Welcome to This Startup is Being Recorded. This recording is improvised fiction. Similarities between it and the real world are entirely intentional. Now, enjoy the recording.
The recording's on. Okay,
Great.
Thanks everyone for coming to this semi-emergency meeting. I guess, okay, actually let me just do the regular recording stuff. So, John obviously couldn't make it because I just called this meeting 10 minutes ago, and he isn't here. But essentially we need to talk through the email we got from Facebook's legal counsel. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Kate, Chief of Staff to John. Everyone else go.
Polithia Nararova, Chief Creative Czar.
Eric Joy Carter, Chief Product Officer.
Matt.Yachts, that's also my website, and I am the CTO here at MetaMarket. Savor that name.
MetaMarket
Savor that
right
name.
Now. We are a couch marketplace startup. We are changing the face of trade by giving everyone a more comfortable seat at the table. And today, we got an email from Facebook's legal counsel. As we all know, they changed their name a couple months ago to Meta, which,
Bold.
Bold. It was quiet, so we thought everything's fine. But now they have reached out with a request to either purchase the domain or try to find some way to negotiate our name or to sue us. Yeah, we get to choose.
Yeah. Well, can I just say, I think this is a time to celebrate because the terms of this are largely in our court. And I would just like to think, if they watch these, lawyers, you're worth every dime because this is what we've been waiting for, folks. Okay, we've got the impossible goal of Series A to get that funding. We're supposed to be the top couch marketplace, a metric no one measures in each of our 4 markets.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And hey, I just want to open this. It's time to celebrate.
What?
Wait, what?
How did you all bring alcohol?
I mean, it's not open yet. We have to agree if we're gonna celebrate together.
This is open, but I will hold on.
Yeah, I mean, the creative team always has a bottle of tequila to celebrate, big successes.
Yeah, somebody gifted me this one because they really like Bugsby. This one is like it's got a bee on it.
Oh,
I told them
nice.
that's not what Bugsby is, but it was a nice thought.
Yeah,
it's a good gesture.
But
Bugsby is on a cleanse right now, but it's a nice gesture.
Aw.
You're skipping some steps though. I feel like I don't
Yeah.
understand how you're getting to this solving our metric problem.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's very simple. We already have a trademark for the use of the term MetaMarket in the space of online couch marketplaces. And that's filed. That exists. The trademark office knows it. You can look it up. So for all their bluster, they actually can't move into this space. So they are either going to have to stop having couches in Facebook Marketplace, in which case, boom, our top competitor knocked off of the couch marketplace metrics just like that. Or they're going to make a deal, and that deal is that they're going to send all of their couch traffic to us in exchange for the name. We don't even need exclusivity for that long. It'll be a blink for them. And we just have to get it long enough for the investors to, buy it and buy in.
I have to say that I am also very excited. As you all know, creations of new names is my wheelhouse. It's originally what John came here for, The birthing of new creativity is a very exciting time for me. So I'm excited. I already brought in my leech guy to really get down into this process of creating a new name. The creative team is ready to start.
Leech guy, is that like a metaphor or some kind of antiquated term?
No, medical leeches. Yes. Okay, it's part of my creative process. You have to give new blood into the piece. And so, it's very unmedical to just cut yourself and bleed on something.
Ooh,
but like
yeah.
a leech helps leech helps be part of that process in a really safe, natural way. So anyway, enough about the creative team, but in my own personal process, I'm just saying that we are ready right now.
Well,
I mean, there are
Okay.
so many things that we're not ready for, you know, like our name is on so much. It's on the offices, it's on
Yep.
our packaging materials, it's on the website, on all of our technology. It's like I don't
yeah, and we've already been pushed down to page 7 on Google results in the past 2 months since they announced the
That is
name
bad.
change.
For Meta, yeah.
Yeah, so I
It's,
feel like we need
it's
to make a
tough.
decision one way or the other. It's really already starting to impact some of our other metrics. So
Eric,
Which
I think
ones?
that's just another point that like we need to, for search engine optimization, come up with a new word,
Yeah,
a
I
new
think
feeling,
this
something.
this is pretty cut and dried. Like, I hope we're all on the same page. Like, we clearly say yes to Facebook with the stipulation that they pay us a great deal of money, and they give us all of their couch marketplace traffic for the next months, and yeah, we get to pick a new name. We get to rebrand. All the stuff with MetaMarket on it is just stuff, and it's stuff that's going to become worth something someday because it's going to be the name that we used to have.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even think about the vintage appeal. I mean, that is so great. We can get our intern to take all of our merch and start dirtying it up so it looks historic.
Distressed.
And then we can sell it on eBay. I mean, this is a great opportunity for us.
I don't know. I feel like Matt Coffey. I'm glad you're excited. But you're acting like Mark Zuckerberg's character in The Social Network when he got the cease and desist letter. Like he didn't take it seriously, and look what happened. And
He's
I don't
the
know.
head of a social network that controls the lives of billions on Earth.
but he lost a friend.
That's what you're
Well,
worried about?
I would hate to see that happen to any of us, but I feel like we're at least close to being on the same page, right? Kate, what are your thoughts on this?
I remember picking the name MetaMarket, you know? When John and I had met for the first time and he told me that's what the name was. I mean, he could have thought of it ahead of time, but I like to think that was the origin of the name, and I was part of it. And I feel like if we change our name, it just won't be like I helped.
Well, think about it this way, Kate. If we change our name, I'll go ahead and say when we change our name, that will be the first step into becoming the new big market changing. I mean, we have a goal, right? As a company, we want
True.
to change trade,
Ian Forbes.
and we're going to do that with this name change. We're essentially taking the larval, the pupil name of MetaMarket, and we are the butterfly that's going to come out of that cocoon with Series A funding, with full backing of investors, with the ability to open up in a dozen markets in a year. It's going to be completely wild.
This is the
Yeah.
right time, too. I mean, we've been around, if you count from the initial idea, for 5.2 years.
Well,
And
sorry.
if you know,
How are you calculating 5.2?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're counting the first point that John talked about couches.
Oh, okay. So you think the beginning of MetaMarket is when he ended his sort of abstinence of couches?
Yeah. The first time after his long period of not actually sitting on furniture to try to figure out the next, big thing, idea. It was like when he first allowed himself to sit on a couch. That's the birth of MetaMarket, right?
Did I ever tell you guys the story of when John stopped sitting on furniture?
No.
No.
Oh, I don't know if you knew him
I didn't
back
know you were
then.
there.
Oh yeah, we had been part of some video startup he had acquired. It was frankly, based on like the popularity of iJustine and other people who were like live vlogging themselves all the time, and
Weird.
it's almost similar to how we do here. John wanted a live stream, was running all the time, but he had a really big meeting and then had a bad day and was kind of going on a rant about a competitor that I won't name. And during that time, the couch that he was sitting on collapsed under his weight. It was, like a street find, and it was hadn't been really looked over. And it swallowed him up. He couldn't get out for like 5 minutes.
God.
And the audience at home, of course, was losing it. And man,
That's why
probably
he's
shouldn't have shared that
so-
story, but
I remember that though. I mean, that was a big deal. I included it in my burlesque review of popular memes that year.
Oh wow, yeah, he had the hell memed out of him for that for sure.
Got a link to the video. Later.
Yeah,
Later.
it's for
Of
later.
course,
It's
of
for
course,
later.
of course.
And
We have important things to
John,
talk
if you're catching this, sorry, bud. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's true. It's something that happened.
I mean, this explains so much. Like, Eric, why we have that strict no street couch policy in our terms of use and
Yeah,
the couch
and-
selling experience.
And we have, the extra springs and all the couches we have brought through the warehouse. I mean, I never really understood, but now it's see, this is the thing. It's everything about Meta Market is so personal, and I just want to be
Yeah.
careful. Or we're getting a lot. We're getting a lot.
Yeah, I
And
mean, we're getting everything.
I just want to be careful what we're giving up.
Right. But, okay, so let's say that we do this. Yes, I agree. We'd be higher than Facebook/Meta's traffic, but we
Right.
still have a couple other competitors. How are we going to... can be
Oh,
fashioned
but
to
it's-
help that?
It's no problem. I mean, Facebook Marketplace is number one, and if they're pumping that traffic in our direction, even for a very brief period of time, the number 2 and number 3 have nothing close to that, and we're already close to the top in most of our markets. So
That's true. That's true.
yeah, it's a power law thing. We just swat them completely down.
It's like a Kingmaker move, where you basically, go partner with somebody else so that you both can win, whoever your second competitor is. And oftentimes with Kingmaker moves, it comes from Monopoly. It's usually your chance at winning dies. And in some ways, Meta Market is the theoretical death that we must have to join together and achieve greatness.
Oh, no. We're not going to have a funeral, are we, Thea?
No, it's not. It's not really the vibe I'm going for with this rebrand. It's more like a Phoenix rebirth. I mean, I was thinking like the Aztec end of year ceremony that happens once every 52 years, where they shut out all of the fire and lights in the entire area, for a day, and then at the top of their altar they do a human sacrifice and start the fire in the chest from the still beating heart, and then use that to light all the fires. I'm thinking like that's kind of the vibe that I see this kind of rebrand as.
Well,
Okay.
is Bugsby going to be the Phoenix? Like, what happens to Bugsby?
It's a great question.
I think Bugsby's fine, right? Bugsby has his own name and look, and he's only tied to Meta Market because we have exclusive rights to his likeness.
True.
Oh, that's true. Okay, we have a trademark.
And he's
well.
getting more independent every single day. So, I think Bugsby
believe that.
should be respected as his own entity, as something separate from Meta Market.
I mean, honestly, if we're going to have to pull in the lawyers to, like, deal with this trademark transfer, like, we might as well just pull Bugsby out into his own legal entity at this point.
Wow, I'm surprised to hear you say that, Kate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, Phil, our trademark lawyer, is one of my favorite people. So if I'm going to
Great
have to
guy.
spend some time with him, I could spend a little extra,
Okay. I mean, it's just that last time we brought this up, there was a lot of concern about. I mean, for one thing, that Bugsby is a cartoon creation that is,
Right.
manifested by human beings making art, and is not actually, like, Bugsby doesn't exist anywhere in the real world and doesn't have any decision making capability.
How about to save this discussion, Matt, I will forward you the couple email threads that Thea and I have had going back and forth, the Slack conversations, the Loom videos. I have a couple meeting recordings. Unfortunately, the evening in the bar, I don't think we can really share in any way unless... Were you recording that, Thea?
Yes, I do have the bar's security camera. I get that wherever I go just to protect my image. Sometimes I like to review tapes and just make sure that all of my interactions are representing my core brand.
Okay, well, Matt, point is, I'll send those to you. It is very clear that the things
Okay.
I've stated are not incorrect, but that Calathea feels very confident that she birthed this cartoon from her flesh. So,
All right.
I just got a text from John. It's just a GIF of a parking lot, and
I know what that means.
I didn't think about this before, but are we sure that Romero hasn't been compromised? Like, are we sure that this is a real offer?
Sorry.
What if we open up our APIs? What if we open up our APIs to Facebook? We initiate this deal. We're like, send us the traffic, and
Romero? You mean
yes,
the guy that was planted inside Facebook Marketplace?
yeah.
Listen, I think I've had a couple of interactions with Romero. It's not impossible, right? But it seems like, at least from our interactions, that he was completely unaware of who he was spying for in the first place.
Well, and these, we all saw the Facebook email that came from Meta's lawyers. That Romero can't have access to that kind of decision-making power. I mean, they were just sent in to work in the marketplace division.
Listen, Eric, I totally get your stress about this because, Victor did hire the best of the best.
Yeah.
And, we have been fooled before. I mean, the blowback on some of this has been pretty devastating.
It has.
So, I mean, I think everything is possible with Romero.
And I wouldn't be so worried if it wasn't John who had sent the picture. If it was just my idea, I would put it away. I would put it in a box, and I would be excited about this deal. But John's instincts.
What do we think this guy can really do? Let's say that after he went dark inside the marketplace, where he was supposed to be spying on us about how couches are doing, he took an upward path, right? He got some promotions. He started working his way up the ladder, but he's been in the dark this whole time, like no contact, no nothing. So, do we really think he would make a sideways jump from tech into legal?
Wait, what does he look like, Thea?
Yeah, he has kind of like curly black hair.
Yeah.
He has like a little bit of a mustache going on. He might have changed his facial hair. He has really piercing brown eyes that kind of just see into your core essence,
Yeah. Is he kind of tall, broad shoulders, size 8 feet, kind of medium hip?
Yeah, I would say that he that exactly describes him.
He goes by Ro now. He's one of my roommates. I just
Wait, what?
Nice.
realized this. I've heard him talk a little bit about V, this interesting person V, who helped him get his job, and I mean, I knew he worked at some sort of big tech company, but he's super hush hush about it. But
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's a relief.
yeah,
No, it's not a relief. No, it's not a
No, it
relief.
is not. You don't understand the kind of killers Victor employed for this task. I mean,
killers.
What?
Yeah.
Is Duck safe?
I,
God, who does he kill?
I don't know what's going on, but I thought you were just ordering a couch from us every week, Kate, to test.
What? I mean, I don't have to
somebody's been-
order it. I take it home.
I know. That's why I thought it was a test. But somebody's been ordering a couch to your address every week for the last 16 weeks, and
Oh my god.
Well, that's not necessarily Romero. It could be anyone. Or it could. You remember the bug where we made every couch purchase a subscription? It made us a ton of money, but it lost us a lot of face.
that's
Yeah, that was bad.
So this could be any of your roommates.
I don't think it is. No, I don't.
Kate, how many roommates do you have?
4 to 7.
Ooh.
I just
Is Duck counted in there?
no. Duck shares a room with me, and I only count people who have their own rooms.
Okay.
I just feel like Ro is so nice and so helpful.
This is great. So now, Kate, this is easy. You or, I mean, if we need to go up the chain, John can just talk to Ro and find out what's going on, and if there is something that they're up to, ask them to stand down, because we're all cool with Facebook Marketplace as soon as this deal goes through.
Okay.
Does anyone know, like, does Romero have, like, a code phrase that we could use?
I was just actually about to say that. Victor gave this to me before he disappeared. He told me if anything went wrong to say arugula.
Okay.
What will that do?
It's a pretty common word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a stand down phrase. I've never gotten, I mean, you know, it's only by happen chance that I knew Romero was our plant in Facebook. You know, I just happened to be walking by Victor's desk that day and saw his face. So, you know, I don't know the kind of training they received, but I would just try to say arugula to him.
Can we text it to him? Kate, can you
great
text him
idea.
arugula?
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
I can text
is that a good
Does
idea?
it work that way?
I feel like we want to see his reaction. Like if it's not a stand down phrase.
That's true.
Can you
I can just
FaceTime
yeah.
him?
Let me FaceTime him. I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right
Okay.
back.
This is complicated, y'all.
I'm sorry. I just it felt too good to be true, and I just want to be sure.
I mean, this is why I try not to engage in corporate espionage. You know, you never know when this stuff is going to blow back on you.
It's surprisingly hard to not do that.
Well, you need to make sure the people who are doing the espionage are loyal. You know, they need to be bought in.
Right.
And that's why it needs to be people at the highest levels.
Yeah.
You know, no offense, but like a guy you found in a McDonald's parking lot. It's
Okay.
I'm sure he's
all right.
brilliant.
All right, Matt, listen. If you had met Victor, if you had been around in his presence, you would understand why we gave him this much power. I mean, he was amazing. He was part of this company. So much part of the lifeblood of this company.
Yeah. But why did he go? You know,
I don't know, Matt. If I knew, so many things would be different, okay?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Fine.
There's screaming. There's screaming in this room.
I'm sorry.
Kate,
okay.
what's up?
Good news.
Okay.
Apparently, I made an arugula salad the first week that Ro moved in, and he interpreted that as a reason to stand down. And he's been basically doing nothing at his job for the last 14 weeks, and so has
Nice.
not impacted this at all. And is shockingly not being fired, but all's good for us.
Yeah.
So the offer's
Facebook's
real?
a big organization. Oh
What,
yeah, good
Theo?
question.
The offer is real, then? Can we go back to celebrating?
I mean, he doesn't know because he hasn't checked his email in 2 months, but I
Sure.
think this means the offer is real.
Yeah. Does anybody have a bottle opener? I don't keep one at work, and I don't remember any of the tricks for getting the cork out other than like He's like, slice the
Yeah.
thing. It seems really dangerous.
You could probably ask Cindy, the office assistant. She has a lot of things in her fanny pack.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyway, okay, so we're all on board. We should go forward with this.
Yeah, I'm ready. And, obviously, whatever the new branding is, I think marketing, like, y'all are on it. I fully support you, whatever it is.
Great. I just want to announce to everybody that we will be paused on all other projects for the next week as we really dive deep into the creation process. I'm very excited to see what will come out of it.
And we can, I know we've got a lot of holiday promotions coming up. We can just reuse last year's graphics, and we'll make sure that like all of the promos in the app, the assets, we've already made them. We put in the time. So we'll just use last year's.
We might not be able to use last year's campaign. It was very time specific.
Oh, yeah. Have you looked at those graphics yet, Matt?
No, I wasn't with the company yet. What,
yeah,
let me check in the...
At this point, it's 10 days till Christmas. We are extremely late.
It's
getting these holiday graphics out anyway. Maybe we just throw some red and green. What do you think, Eric?
We can change the site colors. So we've got a
these are not appropriate at all.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Totally out of bounds.
That's not the correct way to refer to the coronavirus. Okay,
it's not.
No,
it was earlier times.
I'm sorry, I was still deep in mourning for Alan Rickman at the time. It wasn't my best work.
That's understandable.
Yeah. And we'll adjust our roadmaps. We'll get some people on figuring out all the places we need to change the names. We'll remove all of the meta market based puns throughout the checkout workflow and come up with new ones after Calathea, you and your team let us know what's going on.
I think I've been very clear about my stance on the puns throughout, so I think...
As have I.
I think maybe... You know what? I'll leave it for your boundless creativity, but, we might choose a name that doesn't have the same rhyming scheme.
I look forward to the challenge.
Okay. And this means we can also sell meatmarket.com.
Oh, yeah.
People kept misspelling it, and so now...
Oh, yeah. No, I don't. I've been seeing these emails. People are constantly trying to steal that domain from us and sending phishing scams to try and get it out from under our registrar. Now we can finally entertain all of those offers because some people were ready to pay.
I know. It's shocking what meat market means to different people.
Oh, it's not that. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. We'll just, stay in touch. This is a really fast-moving thing. I know we're right before the holidays, but let's get it done.
Great.
Sounds good.
I am going to go and we're going to put some privacy curtains over all of the marketing team offices for the next week, and please don't come in no matter what noises you hear.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Deal. I think that's enough. A good enough way to end our recording.
This meeting has ended. To subscribe to This Startup is Being Recorded, go to the podcast player of your choice and tap a button that likely says subscribe. More content is on Twitter @StartupRecorded, or shoot us an email with ideas, feedback, or your personal startup horror story at hello@startuprecorded.com. Kate is played by Valerie Garrison. Valerie is a health tech product manager and regularly plays with the improv troupe Letters to Chicken online. You can find her on Twitter @TheValGarris. Eric is played by Barry Wright. Barry is a product manager at Spotify and a co-founder of Highwire Improv. Find him by his name on LinkedIn, where he holds regular office hours, or at highwireimprov.com. Matt is played by Marty McGuire. Marty is a senior web engineer and improviser in New York City. You can find Marty's comedy, code, and cats on his website at mmg.re. Calathea is played by Robin Stegman. Robin is a digital campaign manager for Ocean Conservancy and is a comedian mostly found at Highwire Improv. You can find her on all the social medias, and she does mean all, at @rstegi. Thank you for listening.